Michael K was talking about who's the leader on this team. Like, who's the guy? Who's the one that's gonna speak up?
We don't know.
And that's why I was telling Joe, like, you got to go to the dugout, man.
Oh yeah,
Joe got to go to the clubhouse and talk to
his
definitely
time.
Because if it's not gonna be Luke Voigt, if it's not gonna be Judge, for sure it's not gonna be Boone. Who's gonna speak up to these motherfuckers? Joe, man. Joe, you gotta go talk to these guys, man.
Keep it real. Can I be real, son?
Kill my father. Come on, man. They try to kill y'all, B. Like, how you get punched in the mouth and just walk away? Like, nah, B. I was this close to tweeting out, yo, we need a fight, B. Like, we need a brawl.
Yeah. Bro, we need that Tyler Austin energy against the Red Sox. Like, fuck y'all. Like,
I came this close, man. Like, yo, we need a fucking
smoke.
Fight,
if it's smoke you want, it's smoke you get. We are not here to lay down and get swept again. Like, y'all swept us in the Bronx. We're coming into Fenway on a mission. That mission, I did not see that. I did not see him on a mission.
How they bring out?
It was Mission 28, guys.
How they bring out Ric Flair, B? How they bring out Ric Flair? With a belt, with the title, B? Like, how you, and you get swept.
They brought out the Nature Boy. They brought out the Boo Boo Boy, Jacoby Ellsbury, always hurt. Finding Jacoby, he pops up.
I don't even know how they found. I'm gonna be honest. I gotta give the Red Sox credit for finding him.
Not only did they find him, they put him in a jersey. They put him in the whole ceremony. I'm like,
standing there.
Ain't that a bitch?
Gotta give the Red Sox credit for finding him.
They brought out Ric Flair, Jacoby. Y'all got swept. They dropped 9 on y'all today. And what you're gonna do now, man? I'm gonna be honest. We good, man.
I'm gonna give them credit for finding him. I have no idea how they found that man.
Yeah, they sent the Hawks. They sent the Hawk with a letter, B. They sent the Hawk, man. That's how they found him. That shit is crazy to me, man.
Right,
bring back the Knicks, man. Bring back the Knicks. Bring back the Nets and the Knicks, man. Come on.
Can you guys hear us okay?
Shit is whack out here, man. Yo, if y'all can hear me, man, let me know. Say, yeah. Can you hear me? If you hear me, say, yeah.
Volume is fine, all right, good.
Yo, Bow Wow came out yesterday.
Oh, I gotta watch that tonight. I'm definitely gonna watch that tonight.
All right, let's start the podcast here.
Let's do it.
Is that a fan? Is that a, what is that I hear?
Oh, let me turn it off. Hold on.
Dumb loud. Hey, Mike Ferrero, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys.
We good, man. Good, man.
Sounds like somebody's in a wind tunnel. Is it me?
Probably you, because you got the fan on right next to you.
No, the fan's off. I got no fan.
It's on. No, it's on.
It's coming from you, Chris.
No, it's not me. I got nothing. Unless it's coming from outside. I mean, I can't do nothing about outside. Yeah. But there's nothing around me on. Everything is muted. Humid as fuck.
All right, guys. I'm sure we'll have some Red Sox fans in here trying to drink some tears. You guys are welcome. I'm sure that we'll have some Yankee fans. I'm sure there's some Yankee fans in here who are upset as well, and you're welcome as well. Welcome to game. Sorry. This is game 77. Played 75, 76, 77. This is episode 165 of the PinstripeStrong podcast. And I think it's safe to say no song today.
No.
So we can do it, but are the Yankees going to do it? That's the question. This shit is crazy. Yankees just got swept in Fenway. Well, not again, because this is the first time that they got swept by the Red Sox again. This time up in Fenway. And it's really bad right now for the Yankees. It's pretty embarrassing the way that they played. They got outplayed. They got outclassed by the Red Sox. The Red Sox came in and outplayed them in every facet of the fucking game. And it just feels like there's a sense of complacency from the Yankees that I just don't like, that I just am not feeling. And whatever. How you guys doing?
How you doing, Keith?
Not good. I've been a lot better, man. I was, I don't know. I keep drinking the Kool-Aid in a sense. I was, coming into this series thinking that we was going to be all right, that we were going to compete, that maybe we take 2 out of 3. But I don't know why my silly ass keeps believing that the Yankees are going to magically compete or do something different. They are what they consistently do. And that's, why I don't feel great right now. We're going to talk about it today because I'm at my wit's end. I got nothing else to say besides change this shit up. It ain't working. This ain't it. This is not it. We're all embarrassed. We all have spent multiple weekends just in the last month getting swept by the Tigers, by the Phillies, by the Red Sox. Father's Day, we escaped Oakland, okay, but then we just got swept this weekend. I'm tired of weekend coming, and I go to enjoy my team play a baseball game, and we get swept. I go to watch my team in a series, and we get swept. It ruins the whole vibe of the weekend for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
How you feeling, Chris?
I was just, thinking about the conversation we were having prior to. And even the previous podcast when we talked about Chapman and how Boone said one thing on the mound and something completely different when he got into the dugout. Joe said, don't tell me we're going to get Chinese food or something like that when we got pizza or some shit. But, we came into the season thinking that, bro, there's no way that we will end up winning the division. Like the expectations were crazy high, even though there were some questions obviously coming in with Tyone and Kluber. But, when Cashman said, we signed, we got Boone, we made our bed, it's like, you knew there was a very high chance that shit could go left. And you still try to, shove that shit in our faces that we could turn the corner and we could do this. And it's like, no, B, like, we weren't prepared for this. Why is a team like the Red Sox could come in and just sweep us twice like nothing, and they have less, supposedly, right? I don't know. It's definitely defeating. But, and again, what else did we expect? You know what I mean? Like, we were, I guess we kind of lied to ourselves, but the Yankees kind of lied to us too. Because, they were fine with this. They're fine with a $200 million payroll with question marks all over the fucking place. And what do you do the next 2 weeks before the All-Star break? Like, what do you do? Or the draft, whatever. It's not one piece. It's not 2 pieces. I don't think nothing could fix this fucking team unless it's something drastic. And I'm tired of coming in, one podcast, everything is fine. Oh shit, we found it. And the next thing you know is like, oh, no, actually, no. I wasn't the exit. We got to keep driving until we find it. It sucks, man. It really sucks. I don't even want to talk about the fucking games, I honestly.
Yankees are consistently inconsistent. That's basically what it is. They're consistently inconsistent. And the fact of the matter is, I don't know. I mean, it is, if you want to do personnel changes, if you want to change a coach, if you want to fire a hitting coach, fine. I think doing those things, it's about an energy change. Right. It's about something like that. I'll be honest with you. If you go back to 2016 where the Yankees sold, right? The biggest thing about that season is when Gary came up, the team almost made the playoffs. Why? Because Gary came up and gave the team a jolt. And it's crazy. It's wild. I don't know if that's something that we're asking for. But I don't know what's going on with the team, bro. And it just hearing Boone talk and before the game saying, oh, yeah, no, we're fine. Like, we're fine. And even Michael Kay is like, we're fine. Like, bro, you lost 5 straight to the Red Sox. What do you mean you're fine? Like, are you not upset? And even The one thing about this game that I'll say is that, and then this is the last game that I will say, is that watching it was listening to the broadcast and hearing them it was very it kind of told you like, yo, there has to be something. Like Paul O'Neill's like, there has to be somebody's got to stand up and say something. And David Cone is looking like, yo, they look like they're not ready to play. And when you're doing that, you're not ready to play. You're overthrowing cutoff men. Garrett Cole is getting rocked left and right. It's like, yo, what the hell's going on here, bro? And it's compounding. It's compounding. So I don't know what needs to happen, but Cashman needs to figure that shit out. Or this team, to be honest, is not going to make the playoffs this year. And it's not going to be like 2016 vibes. Was it 2016? Yeah, 2016 vibes where the team didn't make the team, but they didn't make but you're looking toward like, oh shit, we got Aaron Judge. He's looking like he's a player, and Gary Sanchez, he's looking like he's a player. And, at the time, Greg Bird, and, we got to look at little nucleus going here. Severino, where you're thinking like, oh shit, we missed the playoffs, but next year's going to be crazy. It's not like that, bro. This is year 2 of Garrett Cole. Year 3 is next year. Keith was talking about it, and he was saying that it might be a lockout next year. God knows what the hell happens with that. We still got the Giancarlo contract. What's going on? There's not really any money coming off the books next year. So if the Yankees are not going to go over this luxury tax, it's going to be a problem. Not only for this year, but for following years, bro, because this is getting insane right now.
Judge will be 30.
Judge is another year older. Gary's another year older.
Gary's another year older. And Gleyber is like he's regressing. Bro, it's like, where is it? Frazier. Hicks can't stay healthy. Sevy's coming back, but who are we going to get right now? So it's more question marks than when we came into the fucking season. And that's why the answer of what's the solution, it's really hard to, I don't know. It's really hard to figure it out.
I think there needs to be multiple solutions. I don't think it's one player. I don't think it's one trade. I think it's a mentality. Joe's has spoken about the mentality, and I think it starts with Boone. This lack of urgency, this loser mentality, this shit is contagious. And when I say that, what I mean is, okay, if you come out there without a sense of urgency, looking like you're not ready to play, and the first pitch of the game is a home run out of the place, immediately that loser mentality starts to fester. You just lost the last 2 games. This team had already swept you. So you go into the 3rd game today and you're not ready. Your ace, your $36 million a year ace, gives it up to start, and it starts to fester. When I say it starts to fester and that this is contagious, you see stupid shit go on. Like I said, Gleyber Torres in the shift, the ball is hit right to you. You can't make the throw to first. They're giving you an easy out. They hit right into the shift. Giancarlo Stanton, they're chanting overrated every time you step to the plate. You go 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. One of the strikeouts, the ump said you foul tipped it. You didn't even make a fuss about it. I would know whether the ball, like, come on, bro. Even Boone. That's when I say the mentality. Boone doesn't say a word about it. It's like, yo, you don't say anything about that. Then later on, Gleyber Torres beats one out, and they call him out. And then they review it and they say he's still out, and you don't make a fuss about it. This loser mentality is festering. This shit is contagious. This lack of urgency is contagious. And that's why I said, yo, it's time now. It's about to be July. If you guys don't want to fix it on the field, the front office needs to fix it, and heads have to roll. I don't care if it's Marcus Timms. They've been talking about firing him forever. Go ahead and do it then, because something has to happen for these guys to feel like, oh, shit is not cool anymore. Shit is not safe anymore. To light a fire under their ass so that they realize you play for the New York Yankees. The expectations are not to sneak into the wild card and win the wild card round. For the broadcast and some Yankee fans saying we're all right. Yeah, we're all right if you want this team to be a first-round exit in the postseason. We're not all right if you're expecting this team to get to the World Series in our championship window. So,
bro, that's why that Derek Jeter video always fucking gets me, man. It always fucking gets me, because that was all we heard me and Joe as like young watching the fucking Yankees, that's all we heard. Like, yo, when you come in here, these are the fucking Yankees. It doesn't feel that way.
Yo, when
Joe put the video up of Noah.
When I was talking to Noah, and Noah's like, "Oh, you watching the Yankee game, Dad?" I'm like, "Yeah, how you doing?" Whatever. And then I'm like, I asked him, I'm like, "Hey, well, what do you think? What do you think's happening to the Yankees right now? Are they winning or losing?" He says, "They're losing. They're probably losing." And I'm like, "Why you say that?" They were, by the way. He says, "They always lose." I'm like, "Yo, this is crazy."
Bro, that
breaks my heart.
Man. That's
breaks
how
my heart.
The '80s babies be when those Yankee fans that switched to be to Mets fans. Like, the Yankees were fucking losing bad those years, but I don't know, man. Hopefully that's not where we're going. But it's tough to not feel that way, because that's what's happening, man. That's a lot of losing. And the Yankees try to hit lightning in a bottle again, like when they got Joe Torre, and how Joe Torre was so cool, so chill. But Joe Torre had experience, man. Like, he didn't come in.
He had experience.
He had experience, man. Like, he didn't come in like out of nowhere. Alex Cora was a coach before becoming a manager. Yeah. Like we could talk about, but this manager, no, bro, not all of them are the same. And that's what we got. We got somebody who wasn't, who was never in the trenches like that. And he got the keys, like a driver who just got their license and got the keys to a Ferrari, if we want to call the Yankees. But at that time, they were a Ferrari, coming off one win away from the World Series. But
yeah,
what do we do? We got some news, guys. We got some news real quick. Get it out the way. Unless you got something to say real quick.
What?
We got some news.
Yeah, go ahead.
PinstripeStrong news. No music. Aaron Boone has no update on Corey Kluber. All right, next. He's still in that mode, has an advanced 75 feet playing catch. All right, that's great. Darren O'Day and Justin Wilson did pitch today, actually. They're 1 inning each. I got the number somewhere here, but that's pretty good. 1 inning for Darren O'Day, 2 Ks, 12 pitches. Justin Wilson, 1 inning pitch. 1 innings pitched, 16 pitches, 8 strikes. No walks, no runs. That's great. Clark Schmidt could face live hitters 1 week from today. Schmidt is scheduled to throw 40 pitches tomorrow. That was yesterday. Not sure when he will start a rehab start. All right. And during game 1, after we saw this dude, what's his? Jacoby Ellsbury. Britton went down. He got hurt. But it's not that serious. He said that he doesn't need an MRI. How do we feel about that? Once again,
I don't give a fuck what you need, what you say you need, bro. Get in that fucking machine and check that shit, bro. Why are you listening to players? Bro. Why are you listening?
It's ridiculous, bro. Exactly. The Yankees as an organization drive me nuts with the injuries, bro. I was saying in the Kansas City series that Britton was hurt. When Santana took him deep, I'm like, he's hurt. And he doesn't need an MRI. It's nothing serious, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm trying not to tweak, bro. I'm trying not to tweak.
Bro, it's crazy because we were asking, yo, where's Britton? Why he's not pitching? No, he's fine, man. Like, he was a little, he was down a little bit, but he's good. He's good. Threw that pitch down again. And then Wandy Peralta also went down, back issue. He's been dealing with the last couple of days, so he's on the IL. It's not a strain; it's more cramping, and apparently Britton he will be ready by the time the IL stint ends. So, I mean, what the fuck? And that's it. That's it for the news, man.
All right. Severino's jogging out there as well, and.
Yeah, well, we said that last pod. He was jogging, doing some stuff. That's pretty good. If there's other news that you guys saw, put it in the chat.
Yeah, I seen Hoy Park is staying hot, and Trey Ambergy as well.
Yep.
Yeah, Hoy Park actually he 5 hits today again. He's on base 5 times today again.
Somebody brought up a nice point. I think it was 808 Jake in the chat during the stream. He says, before Hoy can join the 40-man, the Yankees will probably need to talk to
Army.
Korea, yeah, because that's an issue. You know, if you put him on the 40 man and you bring him up, at any point in time, they can call him back and tell him to serve the military time. You know, there's like an obligation that you have to.
Yeah, you have to.
So he'll have to get like a military exemption, but the only way to do that is if he plays for like their national team and they do well, then they'll give it to him. So that's like another little cog, like a little caveat that you weren't even thinking about. So Trey Ambergy it is.
Trey Ambergy.
Let's see him.
Let's see it, man. Let's see.
I don't know. Listen,
But
what can I say? What can we say about this series? I mean, I'll be honest with you. Every time I see, like, I don't know what it is. This is basically how it happens so far this year. Both times when we go to face the Red Sox, we have maybe a little bit of confidence going into the series, and then we quickly see the vast difference in the teams.
Yeah.
It's like, it feels like night and day. Talent-wise, they're there. They're right there. However, the way that they play the game is what separates them. You know?
Right.
Like, like the thing where it says 10% of the things make 90% of the difference type thing. So it's like, the Red Sox do all of these little things that a proper baseball team should do. They just get out-baseballed by the Red Sox all the time, you know? And I'm not here saying, oh, you know, Red Sox are the best, blah, 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 blah. You know, they have their defensive issues, which we've seen. But the thing is with them is that they put the bat on the ball. They try to take the extra base. They got smart base running. They're
never down. They're never down.
They're never down. They always look to score first. They're always doing like all of these things, bro. Like, you know, they pitch just well enough. Their bullpen is just good enough. And, you know, they're fine. Like, it's...
They've got their mashers, but the whole lineup hits. Obviously, they rely on Devers. They rely on JD Martinez for the long ball, whatever. But all those guys hit. It doesn't matter. And they all step into the box with this mentality, I'm going to get you before you get me. And stepping into this series again, it's like the Red Sox realize this is the rivalry, and they're like, we're going to get you before you get us. We're not going to let you get a chance to get going. We're hopping on the scoreboard early, and we're going to fight you, and we're going to battle you, however you want it. If it's got to come down to Ottavino in the end of the game, or if it's a Garrett Cole game where we smack Garrett Cole to start the game. However y'all want it, we're going to beat you to the punch.
I cannot
And this
name...
has been going on for years. It's been going on for years.
I cannot say enough about what it is when I'm seeing them hitting behind base runners, when they're hitting sac flies, when they're pushing the envelope on the defense. I mean, it's just sometimes it's about producing runs, you know? Like Paul O'Neill, that's why Paul O'Neill's like, I mean, I'm not going to speak for everybody. I'll speak for myself. That's what Paul O'Neill says. He's like, I don't understand when people say that they can't hit against the shift. Like, for me, I'll just, you know, like, I don't get it. Like, I'll just hit the ball the other way. And especially if they're not pitching to the shift, like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, he doesn't understand. You know, like, I feel like him and Cone were, like, kind of, not butting heads, but they were, like, when they were, like, oh, analytics is ruining the game, blah, blah, blah. And then he's, like, and then Cone's, like, what are you talking about? Analytics is just information. Like, it's about what the hell you're doing with that information. I'm thinking the Yankees don't know how to really properly apply analytics. I feel like they're using their analytics horribly. I don't know what's going on. Maybe we should put them on the field, the analytics team, and see what happens.
No way. But like analytics, right? You're analyzing your team. I think they're doing the wrong thing with what they're analyzing. Like they're making decisions and making moves, and it's like, bro, why the fuck is Brooks Kriske in the game? Don't we already know the analytical nerds what that's gonna turn into?
At the time, they I feel like they punted the game.
It didn't matter, but I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of little things with the lineup or who hits where, or you know, obviously we talked about Odor, right? Odor is going to give you some clutch hits, but he's not consistent enough to be getting all of those at-bats. But there's some little analytical stat that says, hey, he's going to hit a bomb every, 1 out of 18 at-bats. Play him for that. And we die on that as well.
If the analytics team is right 1 out of every 10 times, they look at it as a success. And that's
I don't know.
That's not good.
That first
That's
game,
not good.
that first game, Yankees lost. They lost 5-3. Herman came out, and he once again has another bad start. So I'm getting concerned now because he has another bad start. I thought the pen was all right, but he has another bad start, and the lineup doesn't really do it. You know, like as a team, the Yankees get 9 hits, but it feels like you look at the box score at the end, and I'm like, where the fuck these 9 hits came from? And you look at them, you're like, okay, this person got hits, but they don't ever get hits when it matters. They went 2 for 9 runners in scoring position. They left 7 men left on base. They had plenty of opportunities. I felt like the biggest momentum change from this game was that Phil Nevin send, bro. And I get it, you know, he was looking at it as like, it's going to be one of these back and forth games because the Red Sox scored 3, then the Yankees scored 3 to answer, and then the Red Sox score again, you know. But then the way it was, bro, Yankees had that inning building, and then I just don't get it. Hunter Renfroe has actually the best arm in the whole outfield for the Red Sox. The ground ball goes to right. You have Gio Urshela, who just started playing again after missing a game, if you guys remember, for him having like that sore chin where he had to leave the game because he was limping. So I'm looking at Phil Nevin, his first time back in the coach's box. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing, bro?
Not thinking. And I don't mean to cut you off, Joes. That's another thing, right? We're not all locked in. The Red Sox seem to be always locked in, always thinking and making smart plays, decisions, and moves. The Yankees, I watch these games and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Do they not care? Or do they not know? Or are they just not ready?
I got to credit Phil Nevin because then afterwards, you know, he didn't have to. Nobody was asking him to, but he went into the video conference room and he took responsibility for. I like that. That's fine. I feel like that's good attitude. But Phil Nevin, you got to think. He said he was thinking. This is what his mindset was. He's saying that, you know, I'm thinking this is going to be a really big back and forth game. I thought it was going to be one of those Fenway. But, you know, it's no outs, bro. Like, just hold up, Gio. This guy has the best arm in the outfield. He said that Renfroe was going to his right a little bit, that he didn't think it was like a clean. So I kind of understand, but I don't. You know? I thought it was the run. When I was looking at it and I seen Gio going home, I was thinking like, oh, shit, we got to run because there's no way he's sending him unless he threw the ball to the cutoff, man. My man threw that shit on the line, bro, and got him out. That shit killed the whole momentum of that whole inning. And that wasn't it. Yankees had other opportunities as well, too, but I just feel like the whole vibe of the game changed right there with that Phil Nevin shit, bro.
Yeah, we're on the road. It sucks the energy out of the Yankee fans that are there. I had 2 friends ask me, hey, you going to Fenway this weekend? I said, hell no. I've never been to Fenway. I'm not about to pull up there now to watch this. Hell no. And yeah, you know, Gio took a ball off his shin a couple days before that. Nevin's got to know, yo, he's not sprinting at his regular sprint speed.
My man sent him like he's Tyler Wade, bro. He sent him like, yo, that shit was crazy.
What's crazy is that with this team, if they would have never sent Gio, they would have been like, yo, you should have sent them. We hit into a double play somehow. Like, it's a lose-lose either way.
No, I think you get a lot less of that. You get way less of that.
Well, yeah, I mean, but the smart play obviously is to stop him because of him just getting back. Definitely the smart play was that.
Yeah,
but then what Boone said after, he was like, yeah, I mean, I want Nevin out there all the time, 100%. But yeah, maybe he was a little too aggressive. I mean, but whatever.
I mean, yeah, the next real rally the Yankees had, I mean, the 9th inning where Gio singles, and then I think with Matt Barnes on there. And the Yankees could not hit Whitlock, which came back to bite the Yankees, the guy that they drafted everything back in 2017.
Lost him in the Rule 5 draft.
Yeah, lost him in the Rule 5 draft. Matt Barnes, not the basketball player, was closing for the Red Sox. Ottavino shut down the Yankees. This game really reminded me, because all the Red Sox did was throw right-handed reliever after right-handed reliever at the Yankees to their right-handed batting lineup. It looks so ridiculous, bro. Like, Seriously, their starter Perez only went 3 2/3 innings, and they pieced it together with their bullpen with nothing but righties, and the Yankees look like shit.
That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem.
That's another reason why the Red Sox lineup is better. They have lefties and lefties who can hit. You know what I mean? It's a balanced lineup.
Yeah, Devers hit the shit out of the ball today.
Kike too.
Kike, yeah.
Kike's a lefty.
Yeah. Yankees would hit their double play quota in this game a couple of times, especially in the last.
It's not even funny, but it is at this point.
You know, they hit into 2 double plays. The last one was on the first pitch, and it was DJ LeMahieu in the 9th inning. Hit into that double play to end the game. It was so anticlimactic because we had runners on first and second. We're like, oh shit, the tying runs are on. Let's go. DJ's up, blah, blah, blah. 1 pitch, double play, game time. It was like, holy shit. Okay, well. We'll get them tomorrow, right? Wrong. Yankees lost the next game. This one was on Fox. And I'll be honest, this is the first time I kind of liked the Fox game because they were ripping the Yankees, bro. They're like, I don't understand why this team is so bad offensively. They were talking about it. I was like, you know, they should be. I was just thinking the whole time, like, yo, they should be embarrassed. Gleyber, by the way, looked really bad in the first game. Looked bad through the first couple of at-bats, and I feel like he found something toward the end of this game.
He did.
Where he hit some 2 deep fly balls, and then he hit that base hit the other way, and then he got a base hit to start today's game. So hopefully Gleyber's starting to come out of it, bro. Homer. Which one?
It would have been a homer. It hit the fucking wall.
The monster robbed him of a homer.
Yeah.
It was positive to see for Gleyber. In 90% of the ballparks, that's out, and we're all like, we out of here. Yeah, Gleyber hit a home run. He's getting his power stroke back. But pause. But you know, it's a base hit in Fenway.
It is.
It's a base hit. The base hit.
Base hit, a single, and you hit off the monster. I thought, you know, this game. I can't believe 4 runs.
DJ was a positive here.
No, DJ will not be blamed. I can't give. DJ showed up, and it's really nice to see DJ finally hitting again. He hit a homer in this game. Hit the ball the other way as well. He looks good at the plate when it comes to DJ LeMahieu. He's back to being his regular self. The bad news is that
Boyd is back.
Yeah. The bad news is, he hates first base. He just hates having to talk to people.
He doesn't want to have to go play first.
He hates it. The bad news is that him and Judge, the Yankees get 9 hits. DJ and Judge get 6 of them. So, I mean, the rest of the team comes up with 3 hits. I mean, that's not. That's
1 and
good.
2 hitter. The rest of the team, like the whole lineup, bro. It's like you watch the Yankees and they just go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
It's
1,
not about
2, 3.
It's not about the Red Sox scoring their runs. It's about how they scored their runs. The Red Sox would have 5 infield hits in this game. The Red Sox would be hustling. The Red Sox hit 3 sac flies in this game. The Red Sox They scored oh my God, this one was infuriating to me. They hit a pop-up to first, and Devers scored, and they called it a sac fly. A sac pop-up to first is underrated. It's unacceptable. It's unheard of. It's unheard of. A sac fly to first base, the first baseman that was crazy. And it just shows you, I don't know if it's bad on the Yankees, but it just shows how heads up they are. Like most people would just be like, I'm just staying at third. Like they're just like in the game.
That's the difference. That's what I just said. They are always locked in, making the smart reads, the right baseball plays. The Yankees look asleep at the wheel.
But I think that's coaching, though. I think they get coached up to that, Keith. You know that.
That's exactly what it is. I'm alluding to that.
Hell yeah.
They're a better manager than us. They're cheating ass manager that took a year off, came right back in. He's a good manager. He has them prepared. Yep. It seems like they're always talking about these things and going over these things and then seizing the opportunity. The Yankees get surprised when they have an opportunity. The Yankees either can't run the bases right or don't know where to throw the ball over the head of the cutoff man, not paying attention. Like, it's a consistent thing we're seeing, and that falls on Boone and the rest of the coaching staff.
The Yankees are horrible with runners in scoring position. It's abysmal. I think it's under 170 that they're batting with runners in scoring position as a team. I don't know if I've ever seen a Yankee team. I feel like every year you always talk, runners scoring position, every team. I don't think we've ever seen it this bad. Like, this is, maybe somebody could look up the stats and talk, but this has to be the worst runners in scoring position hitting team in recent memory. I don't remember a team being this bad. Runners in scoring. Yankees are really bad in offensive categories, bro. Like,
this year, I don't know.
This year,
it seems like everything is coming into this year. Like every offensive category is just we're making history on the wrong side of history with the offense. I don't know, man.
No one's surprised when we waste, first and second, one out. No one's surprised when the bases are loaded and we pop up or ground out. It's consistent. And that's fucked up. Like, as fans, we're supposed to be getting excited as we get runners on. Instead, we have this impending doom that we're going to always waste it. And that's what keeps happening consistently. And then you look at this lineup and it's like, why does that happen? I don't have the answers. I really don't. And that's why I say something's got to change. This thing's got to get shaken up. Somebody's got to get fired. Heads got to roll. Because this can't go on if you're trying to get to where the Yankees are supposed to be going.
I just don't understand them coming out saying that the things are looking good or trying to find good things. And I get it, trying to be positive. But being a realist is not always being negative. Realizing that shit is wrong doesn't mean that you're negative. It's just that you could see what the fuck is going on and shit has to be fixed. I asked Joey Stats a question. I'm like, is it better to have a problem? Like, what's worse, to have a problem or to not know you have a problem? You know what I mean? Like, because if you don't know you have a problem, I think that's way more fucked up. But to keep saying and lying to the people, saying yeah we're good or whatever, like, I think just being delusional as opposed to you're trying to be positive. But it can't keep happening every single time, and we're already about to hit July.
There has to be some type of consequences. There has to be some type of accountability, right? Javi Baez for the Cubs, he's at second, and the ball gets popped up, and he forgets how many outs there are, and the inning ends, he gets doubled up, and you immediately see the Cubs manager, David Ross, talk to him, and then take him out of the game. I don't know if we'd ever see that with these Yankees. Like, I don't know if Boone has it in him. I don't know if there's even any fear in these guys that, hey, if I'm not locked in and I'm not ready to play, I could literally be taken off this field. I feel like they're comfortable. Again, I say they don't have a sense of urgency. There's no accountability, and it starts at the top from Cashman, the organization, down to Boone. There's no even authority figure. When you look at a Joe Girardi or a Joe Torre, I feel like guys were kind of worried, right? Whether they looked at Torre like a dad or they looked at Girardi like a boss, like there was a fear where it was like, yo, I better be locked in, ready to play and ready to do my job at the plate and in the field. And these guys too many times just seem like they're sleepwalking through this shit and not worried about it either. Whatever, we're going to get on the plane, fly back to New York, be in my comfy apartment tonight, got some movies on deck, got this chick waiting on me, got some drinks lined up, whatever it might be. You know what I'm saying? I just consistently feel like these Yankees do not have any fear of repercussion, and then they're just not prepared, and that goes back to the manager.
Yeah, it is a sense of security, a sense of safety that it does. It feels like they kind of have, where, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say that they don't want to win. I'm sure that they want to win, but I feel like maybe you act different when you feel like somebody's pushing for your job. Like we talked about this. We talked about this in the preseason actually before. I'm like, I want everybody to feel like their position can get pushed, like by somebody. We said that in spring training. Somebody could push their position. Somebody can be able to move them off their position, whether it's Glaber, whether it's Gio, whether it's Clint. And Clint,
Field,
bro, like Clint is like the epitome of this. If you really think about it, Clint is batting He's gotten nothing in 77. It's funny. This is game 77, number 70. Let's talk about number 77. Clint is batting. What is he batting right now? Let me see here. Oh no, he didn't play yesterday's game. He is batting. He's got to be in the. There you go.
187.
He's batting 187 with consistent at bats, a 630 OPS, and he makes nothing but like
mistakes in the field,
mistakes in the outfield. Very unsure of himself in the outfield, overthrowing every cutoff man, and the man is basically assured playing time. Forget about being on the major league roster. He has no fear of like going down. I don't feel like the Yankees, and he has options. He has an option left. I don't feel like he even has in the thought, oh, they're gonna send me down. I think he would actually be surprised if he got sent down. And what does that tell you?
I've arrived.
What has he done here, bro? Like,
weren't we just talking that Andujar came out here and took his job? Like, he wasn't really playing like that.
But we
thought that
job. But then you got Gardy, who obviously they're not gonna cut. So then it's like, all right, so I gotta play Gardy. You know what? Let me sit Gardy because the Yankees don't really have a real left-hander.
No.
Yeah. You know, left-handed batter.
To Cashman and how he built this team. And look at, like I talked to you guys before we went live, okay? In this outfield, you traded Tauchman. Okay, Hicks goes down. Chris said it. Chris is like, you knew Hicks was going to go down at some point. Like, it's consistent. So how were you prepared for that with an aging Brett Gardner that you knew you couldn't consistently rely on? And now you got to put Aaron Judge in center field and then go with two guys on his left and right that are inexperienced, that – in a place like Fenway, now they're in a complete different stadium, terrain, ballpark, and they get exposed. That goes back to Cashman, bro. Like, you didn't build this team the right way. Bring up, I don't even know who to bring up. Ambergy, Florial, like, there has to be.
Cashman, you built this team, Pop, listen. You built this team where everybody's playing out of position. You signed DJ LeMahieu to be your second baseman. He was playing first for most of the year because you had no real first baseman. Mike Ford wasn't it. Then you had, your
hey, Bruce.
Then you got infielders that play outfield. You got Clint, who shouldn't be, to be honest, with his defensive, like what he's doing defensively is not it. Your right fielder has to play center field, and it's just insane to me, bro. Like, everybody's all over the place.
Andujar was a third baseman, converted to left field. This is the first year he's really consistently getting reps in left field. It's not right. Look at the infield. Tyler Wade has played too many games for me. Rougned Odor, too many games for me. It's the nonsense for me, Cashman. Like this is not a Yankee team, bro.
Right.
Like, and they wonder why we're inconsistent because we have inconsistent backups who have now become starters. And now when you look at this team, they feel comfortable where they are because there's nobody challenging them for those spots.
I mean, security's a bitch sometimes, bro. I'm telling you. When you, it's like you know what it is. I'll give you the best example right now. The Yankees are in a relationship. Their players are in a relationship. They got real comfortable. They stopped going to the gym. They stopped working out. They stopped doing all the little things that got them their relationship. And the breakup's a little difficult, I guess. I don't know. But you're looking for a replacement, I guess. In the middle, I don't know who. I really do feel like it's going to hark back and go back to the original thing of, it's about energy, and this team's energy is off. The way this team plays is off. The way that their approach to the game is off to me. Hopefully we figure it out because we would lose 9-2 today, and Garrett Cole, who's our ace, doesn't show up. Or he's in the first inning, it was like, yo, good night, the lights, it's over. First pitch of the game, they jumped him, hit a home run. You're talking about all this RPM shit that I'm sick and tired of hearing already. That's it.
Stuff. He ain't got his stuff.
He ain't got the stick stuff. He's in a sticky situation. It's like the same jokes, bro. I get it, but it's corny as hell. You know, Garrett Cole, you give up a 4 spot. You give up a 3-run homer to Rafael Devers in that first inning, bro. You got to do better than that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't have it, bro.
$36 million a year, B. You know what time it is?
In Fenway as a Yankee, the first time you step on the mound in Fenway, you a Yankee fan, Garrett Cole.
That's his first time he stepped in the mound. Even last year, he didn't step in Fenway, huh?
Today was his first start in Fenway as a Yankee.
Yeah, you see, it's your first.
He fixed them last year in the Bronx.
As a Yankee.
And he's pitched there, I think, with the Astros, but that was his first time as a Yankee stepping on the mound in Fenway, sold out crowd. You're trying to stop us from getting swept twice.
And you got rocked.
You give it on the first pitch? Come on, dog. We got Garrett Cole, all that excitement we had, and yeah, we already spoke on it. But in year 1, we got Garrett Cole. Pandemic hits, 60-game season. That sucked. And now here we are in year 2, sticky stuff. Oh, now they're checking these pitchers, and Garrett Cole's not the same pitcher anymore. Okay, where are we going to be in year 3 when they lock out? We'll be a third of a way through our 9 years with Garrett Cole, paying him a fortune. And I don't know. I'll be here, obviously, with the rest of y'all at Yankee Stadium, on the pod, on Yankees Twitter, just watching this whole thing unravel.
The Red Sox would homer more in this game than what the Yankees did the whole series. I mean, the Yankees are not hitting the ball out of the ballpark, and literally they were built as a one-dimensional team. The only person that really hits for average is really DJ, and that's it. Other than that, everybody else is like, oh, hey, just hit it over the fence, figure it out. So maybe we'll figure it out. I don't know. DJ stood hot today. I guess he got 2 hits, extended his hit streak. Some other hits are scattered about. You know, Judge had a 2-run homer today, and we had chances, runners to score in position, but didn't do anything. And then Red Sox won 9-2. They beat the brakes off the Yankees, bruh. They destroyed them. All series long, they were just mopping the floor with them. They treated us like how we used to treat the Devil Rays back in the day. That's how they played. Where it's like, where you would look at the Devil Rays with Julio Lugo and with Carl Crawford on there when they were younger, and you'd be like, these guys aren't a major league team, man. Like, you just look at that. Like, that's how I used to look at the Devil Rays before. I'm sure the Red Sox are like, yo, this team is trash, bro. I had a Red Sox fans hit me up like, yo, you know, the Yankees lost the series. You know, it's cool that we won or whatever. I don't feel bad for the Yankees, but you know, these games are boring because you guys are so ass. Like, I wish that the games were like the team was good so that the games will have juice. Like, and how am I supposed to disagree with that? It's true.
So
see, but that's what I mean. Like, between like the difference between being a realist and being negative. It's not negative if on the field they're playing like ass. We looked at us fucking crazy. If you be like, yeah, no, we good, man. DJ went off, you know, batted 500, you know, Judge hit a home run. Yo, we good, man. I'm telling you, bro, you just
saw some positive things. Saw some positive things.
Saw some things, you know what I mean? I feel like we just, once we hit that gas, man, we're gonna like, bro, it's July.
It is July. We are 77. Chris, 78, 79, 80, 81. We're 4 games away, Chris. I'm not good at math, so I have to count with my fingers. Listen, we're 4 games away. We're 4 games away from saying we're halfway through the season. Okay, I just want to say that. I don't want to hear it's early. We'll figure it out. We need to get our consistencies and blah 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 blah. We are 4 games away from the midway point of the season, and you still have no idea what your capabilities are.
You don't
identity.
know who
you have no idea. You have no identity as a team. You don't know how to consistently win games.
That's a problem. Bro, I hate how people would say it's still early. And granted, yes, maybe a couple months ago, yes, it was still early. But then the games that we lose early affects us later on in the fucking season.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
It always comes back.
Yep.
So it's like, no, it's never too early to start kicking ass and winning fucking games, because now we're talking about we're an 85 win team. Our ace just got smacked against the Red Sox. We got swept.
They're not going anywhere.
Like, bro, the Blue Jays are fucking getting hot. Vlad Jr. is fucking going crazy, about to have 30 home runs before the break.
Bringer's back.
Braves. Like, what are you talking about? Like, there's no fucking time. There's no urgency. And I hated that we feel like that more than it seems like than the fucking players themselves or the coaching staff.
I'm glad that Brian Cashman took the trip up to Fenway with the team to witness this fucking shit for himself. Maybe something will change, because maybe he'll get embarrassed. He was on the field and the GM for the Red Sox was just laughing at him. I don't know if it was jokes or whatever it is that they were telling each other, and maybe, but to me the picture looked like he was laughing at him, not with him. So.
Joey Stats has a stat for us to go along with the nonsense. He sent the stat in that said, here is all the base runners scoring on play percentages for the last 4 years, right? So let's go back to 2018. We were 9th in MLB, 14.8%. In 2019, we were 1st in MLB with 16.6%. Last year in the janky-ass 60-game season, we were 9th in MLB again, 15.1%. And now we are down in 2021, back to 162 games, 30th in MLB, 11.4%. It's just another thing that just throw it in. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. If you look at the numbers on this team, they don't match the payroll of this team and the names that aren't on the back of our jerseys. If this is a midterm and I had to give the Yankees a midterm grade, they get a C-. It would be a D, but since they're 4 games over 500 or 3 games over 500, I'll give them a C-. But that's not a good enough grade when you're supposed to be a scholar. That's not supposed to be the grade you get when you're supposed to be at the top of the class. You're halfway through, you got to change it, or you're going to fail this whole entire marking period.
It's trash, my G. The record versus the AL East. Obviously, swept so far. 6 games, we're 0-6 against the Red Sox. In 13 games, we're 5-8 against the Rays. In 12 games, we're 6-6 against the Blue Jays. And in 10 games against the Orioles, we're 6-4. 17-24 combined. You could be great at other things, but if you can't beat the teams in your division, you're not going to get.
I'll be honest with you. I get it. I understand the Yankees 0-6. Oh, when the Yankees started back in 2009, they started 0-8 against the Red Sox. There is no A-Rod coming off of the IL to come rescue you. Okay? There is no Derek Jeter playing shortstop who's been there, done that, and already has 4 rings in his back pocket. There is no Mariano Rivera, who's the best closer of all time, who's in the pen, and there is no fire.
There's no prime CC.
Yes, and not only that, there's no fiery personality in Jorge Posada who would look at this fucking type of play and put a stop to that shit. Well, he'd be like,
we're not going
this
out
is
like
not
that.
how we play Yankee baseball. Kick fucking rocks. Nobody felt comfortable on that team with those veterans. CC didn't even feel comfortable on that team with those veterans. He's talking about that he was thinking about not running laps, and then he's seen Andy and Mariano Rivera look at him like, you're not gonna run laps, and then they started running laps, and he's like, oh shit, I gotta run laps. And that's CC. He's already an all-star established veteran, signed as the ace. Everybody else is like, who's the leadership on this team? Where is it coming from? Where? Please. What player can you look at and be like, yo, whatever? You can say, oh, highest paid player. Giancarlo don't look like that kind of guy. He doesn't.
Garrett Cole. When you hear Garrett Cole talk, I'm like,
maybe Luke Voigt? Is Luke Voigt the guy?
He's not the guy. Luke, I'm saying Garrett Cole's not the guy to yell and be like, come on, guys, it's not good enough.
No.
He just doesn't have that about him. Chapman, the most emotion we saw was out of Chapman this past week, and he was really probably just mad about Boone showing him up.
You're not that guy, Tom. Trust me. You're not that guy.
All right?
You're not that guy.
You're not that guy, buddy. All right? Maybe
You know
Luke
what I
Voigt.
mean?
Maybe Luke Voigt, but I don't know. I mean, there's no real guy that everybody could look at like a veteran in there, and that you look at like back then in 2017. Like Matt Holliday was one of those guys. You know,
Yeah.
Maybe you need to bring in some veterans in here to show these motherfuckers how to play. How you go about your business day by day?
We look back, maybe we should have gotten Pujols.
You know?
Maybe we should have.
I don't know. Maybe you need a vet, bro.
Should have
Chris,
checked in.
seriously, maybe you need a vet that could be able to let you know, like, hey, that's not how you play the game, bro. Who on that team is like that?
Supposed to be Judge. It can't be.
It can't
Gary,
be Judge. Judge is not enough of a veteran to me to go to somebody and be like, hey, that's not how you play the game. I don't
It
see
should
that.
be
Gardy?
Judge though. It can't be Gardy. He's not good enough.
Yeah, that's what
Like
I'm
it
saying.
has to be a
but-
combination of a player that's good enough, plays every day, and can actually like articulate it.
But
and
that's the
talk
thing.
to
Like
guys and fire 'em
I
up.
still think, like Judge is still on his rookie contract, bro. Like he's not. I don't think he's that guy yet, where he can come up and be like, yo, that's not how we do it like this over here, blah blah blah, or that's not how you got to. I don't think he's here long enough to do that. Gardy could talk up, but he's trash. It's like, yo, bro, you kind of whack right now. Like you're not helping the team. You know, not Urshela. Like I don't know who on the team is like that.
There isn't. There
you can't
isn't a
really
guy.
point to, like, that's what I said in 2017. Like, I could look at Holiday, and Holiday would be a guy. Like Judge was like, I learned a lot from him. You know,
Easy was still there.
the Yankees don't have
was
that
still
kind
there.
of
TC
veteran
was
on the
still there.
team. I mean, maybe Britain,
Mm-mm.
maybe.
He came in here from the Orioles. He's been hurt. He's good like that, and he is well spoken. But you have to be playing. That can't come from somebody that's on the IL. It has to be someone that's playing every day. That's why I say it should be Judge. And it's interesting now that we're seeing Judge in center because the Yankees are fucked right down the middle. Our core positions are not solid enough, right? You're supposed to have a center fielder. The Yankees are supposed to have a Bernie Williams.
Like, you know,
right?
you know who got those leadership qualities that would speak up to a team? Like, I'm just thinking of around baseball. Like, Kyle Schwarber would be a guy that would be like, yo.
Well, we passed on.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just giving you examples, like, of just people.
Our shortstop, right? Going back to the core positions, center fielder. We don't really have that right now. We have our right fielder playing center. Our shortstop, Gleyber Torres. I'm sorry, bro. You do that little puppy dog face when you make errors or when you don't do things or you say you foul tip the ball and you didn't foul tip the ball. You like that's not a strong enough core position. Then our pitcher, right? Our ace today, supposed to go out there and stop the bleeding. Gets rocked on the first. Then our center, or not center, then our catcher, right? We're looking at right down the middle. Center field, shortstop, pitcher, catcher. Our catcher, Gary, is playing out of his mind, but we're still playing with this personal catcher stuff. We can't actually let Gary just be the full-time guy because Cole, you need a personal catcher to go out there and do that.
You know, you can have that. You can have kind of like people like this personnel like this, if you have a very strong-willed manager. If you have a person that people look to and be like, hey, this is how you do it, this is how you play the game, and you got his staff is kind of like that, then yes, you can have that because in that room you have those kind of people. But if your manager is not like that, because I see that Aaron Boone doesn't even have the conversations, or for example, with the people, he always sends like his bench coach to do it. He sends Mendoza to do it. So then if it's like that, then maybe you got to have a player in there. Maybe Boone, maybe one thing, and I'm just throwing shit at the dark, or like throwing darts at the dark right now. Maybe it's not just a Ketel Marte that you need to get. You also get Ketel Marte in the arm, but maybe Cashman needs to bring in some veteran presence into this bench or something. Somebody that's going to be out there that's going to be like, hey, no, like I've been there, done that. I have all-stars under my belt. Maybe I'm not like that guy anymore. Maybe I'm a little washed, like, but
we need like a Martin Prado to pull up.
Like something like that, or like Encarnacion, or like I don't know.
Prado came over there, I was like, yeah,
somebody
this guy wants
like
to win.
a player that players respect because of their pedigree. I don't think you have that, bro. Like, I don't know who on the team is like that. Like, Giancarlo could be that guy, but he's not that guy. He just doesn't talk.
He's not.
But whatever, man. It's time for these awards. PinstripeStrong Performer of the Week. Who you guys got? We're on the road, so I'm last. So I drew the short end of the stick today.
I'll go. Well, I mean, I guess one of the bright spots of the series for the Yankees, DJ LeMahieu, you're a pinstripe strong performer for this week. Batted .500, got 2 RBIs, hit a home run. You know what I mean? Like, he had 7 hits, 2 runs scored. It's great, but you know what I mean? I mean, what can you do, man? You're my pinstripe strong performer, whatever. Keith, what you got?
Yeah, my MVP, your MVP, DJ LMVP is back. It's good to see the money machine figuring it out now. I can't pick him since you picked him. I'm going to pick Aaron Judge. And this is a message to Judge, right? Judge, you hit a home run today, and today was a day where I thought we were about to get shut out. You hit a 2-run shot today, and it got me, like, fired up. Like, okay, let's fight, man. Like, show me something. At least Judge was locked in and got there. They've been taking the bat out of this man's hands. We've been seeing Judge talking to these umps more than we ever see Judge talking to these umps. Strike zone is all over the place. But Judge, get upset. Be the guy. We're sitting here going through the whole roster of who's the guy. You're playing center for the New York Yankees now. You're playing center field for the 27-time world champs. I'm giving you pinstripe strong performer, but we need you to keep being consistent at the plate, in the field, but most importantly in the clubhouse. Pick these guys up. Maybe you got to call somebody out. Maybe you got to call Clint out. Maybe you got to get fired up and ruffle some feathers, but something has to happen to shake it up. We need a leader. People have actually tabbed you as the next captain. I don't care that, you haven't been here that long. I know you're on your rookie contract. You're the pinstripe strong performer. Lead these guys and be that guy for us, please, Judge.
Yeah, like 808 Jake just said in the chat, like a Todd Frazier kind of guy. I'm just thinking about.
Yeah.
Those kind of dudes.
Yo, Keith, what's crazy is that I thought, because it happened again today, I thought he was going to blow up. And I started to think the Yankees will benefit a lot if Judge blows up. I think you never, ever, they call him like the Jeter. Jeter will put his head down, but I think at least one time, Judge, like one time, give me one where you get, like, not crazy throwing bases around and shit like that, doing crazy shit, but you know what I mean, like
break a bat over your leg, Judge.
Yeah, like do something, like, because bro, they punking you with the fucking strike zone, B. We need something
over your leg.
We need something, and I agree. I think Judge could also be that guy. I think he could be that guy. He has the size. He's been one of the most consistent hitters in the Yankees. He was robbed of his MVP. We all know he was the MVP that year. He has some accolades. He's been an all-star. He's won a home run derby. He's out there. I think he could be the guy, but it's
He'll
about
be an all-star again this year.
I just feel like the players look at him as like, yo, you're my peer. Like, we're peers.
Right.
You get me?
My boy.
Like, you need you need somebody that kind of you look up to, that's not your peer, that's like, this guy's, he's my guy, like, we kind of came in through the minor leagues together, you get me? Like, right. You need a guy that's kind of like holds a higher rank than you a little bit, you get me? Like,
seasoned vet.
I agree. And I agree, but I think he could be that, not just him, but I think he could be part of that as well, because I was thinking the same when Joe Girardi became the manager of the Yankees. I'm like, yo, bro, I played with you. You're gonna manage me to a World Series? Like, I played, like, now I got to look at you like that. So there's a change of perspective, and I think he could become that. So, but we also need that higher ranking voice as well. I agree with that too. Who you got? Who's your pinstripe performer of the series?
My pinstripe strong performer.
Party. No.
You know what? I low-key want to give it to... Part of me wants to give it to Montgomery, bro. I'm not even going to lie.
I was thinking Monty.
I'll give it to Monty. His line, if you look at it, it looks ugly. But the fact of the matter is that if you watch the game, he was dink and dunk to death. The defense didn't really help him too much. And I thought Monty was looking, I thought he was good. I thought his stuff was good. I thought the Red Sox were not hitting him hard. I thought he was making his pitches. I thought he was a lot of bad luck against the shift. I thought it was like, yo, I looked at the end, and the fact that we lost that game and Monty pitched, I was like, yo, it's kind of unfair. Like, baseball's a bitch sometimes, bro, because Monty did pitch. He pitched well, in my opinion. So I'm giving Monty PinstripeStrong Performer of the Series because he's the only fucking starting pitcher that would show up in this series. So yes, Monty, you will get PinstripeStrong Performer of the Series. Thank you for showing up to Fenway Park. You trash. All of you motherfuckers, you trash. Garrett Cole, you are getting you trash from me. You trash, my guy. You trash. Because this is the first time you pitch at Fenway Park. You know we lost 5 straight games against the Red Sox already. You know that we're right now about to get swept again and get embarrassed. And you give up a home run in the first inning, and then you give up a 3-run bomb to Devers. I don't care if it was 101 miles per hour. You let him drop the gavel on you, hit it to the deepest part of the park, one of the deepest parts of the park. Stop it, Garrett Cole. I don't want to hear about this stuff or personal catcher and bullshit like that, bro. I don't want to hear about it anymore. I think he has a +4 ERA in the last couple of starts or whatever it is. But today's game kind of inflated it. He only gave up 6 runs, 5 of them earned.
You can't talk about personal catcher.
And I get it, you found it, but I don't want to hear. I want to give it to him just because, oh, I need that personal catcher shit because I feel like Boone's massaging his ego to do that. Mm-hmm. You know? Like, yo, buck up, bro. This is like the first real big test this year that you got against a really big, a big lineup after this whole sticky stuff shit. The Red Sox lineup, a team that's ahead of you in your division. Yeah, we lost a series, but one game right now would have been great because every game that you play and win against a team or lose against a team in front of you, it counts for 2 games, not 1. It's a 2-game swing. Yankees are in 4th place tonight. Yankees are in 4th place today because of you. Garrett Cole, you trash.
Bro, they had it. We came into the series. We were only back 4.5 games. Compete. Like, compete and know where you are in the standings. Like, all the fans know. Like, all the fans are counting, and you're not counting. My pinstripes or my you trash. This I have to do this. And I have to speak directly into the camera. And be real, son. Can I be real, son? Yeah, I'm gonna be real. Giancarlo Stanton. What the fuck is going on, bro? You can't play the outfield yet?
That's a good one.
You can't play the outfield yet. Okay, so since you can't play the outfield yet, and you're a permanent DH, do not show up and get through today was it for me. Do not show up and get in the box and have the Red Sox fans chanting overrated every time you step in the box, and then you strike out 3 times going 0 for 4. You are making a lot of money, akin to someone else that we just gave you trash.
Striking out on that check swing and shit and the whatever. And
I'm getting there. That foul ball, like, bro, if you didn't feel the ball hit your bat, stop them right there. He called that a foul tip, caught, strike 3, you're out, and you just walked to the dugout with your head down. Do you not know if the ball hit your bat or not? Come on, bro. You've been playing baseball a long time. We need energy out of you, fire out of you, competitiveness out of you. You should be carrying this team. If you are only playing DH, you're not going into the field. We're watching Miggy and Clint throw the ball around because you can't play in the outfield anymore. So if you're just a DH, do not go 0 for 4. Do not have these fans chanting overrated and be right. Giancarlo Stanton, you trash, son. You're hurting us right now.
You trash, son.
Damn.
Who you got, Chris? There's a lot to choose from.
Yeah, there is a few. You know what I mean? Maybe some deserve it more than others. Some of the, especially, but come on. You trash. All I'm going to say. No, I'm just kidding. 4 innings pitched, 4 runs. This is the 3rd time, his 3rd start in a row that he's just been fucking bum. So, again, we go to the, to the conversation we were having, you with this guy coming in with all that negative energy, all this shit. Yeah, the Phoenix, you're rising from the ashes or whatever, but you're not really helping anything right now. You're actually subtracting from any positive, any good that we have. You're bobbling the ball here and there, can't really throw, almost bobbled it again. You're not doing good, B. You're not doing good. Your production is It's it's just fucking garbage, man. So I don't know, man. But right now you trash, my guy, Herman. I don't even expect shit from you in the next time around.
His last 7 games, man, he's batting. Well, he's pitching. He's 1-3 with a 5.05 ERA. In 35 2/3 innings pitched, 20 earned runs in that time, and 29 strikeouts. I mean, 37 hits. 37 hits in 35 2/3 innings. I mean, that'll do it. It's trash.
This guy gets a second chance, and this is what he's doing with it. I got nothing else to say.
And Boone and Nevin, you guys are fucking lucky we don't do fucking you trash just for coaches, bro, because you guys would be getting that shit every fucking week.
We got this honorable
wheel, those guys.
We got this honorable mention. Boom, you trash. Evan, trash. Whoever's supposed coaching these guys in the infield.
Marcus Timms
doing drills. Marcus Timms, you trash.
Brian Cashman, you trash. Hal Steinbrenner, you trash. Yankee Stadium, you trash. $9 beers, you trash. Bro, I said in my rant.
Have capacity though. Can't get 50,000 fans in Yankee Stadium right now.
I said in my rant. If you guys haven't seen my little post game rant, you guys take a look at it on socials. But I think I'm gonna upload it to YouTube too. But what I said was, it's a shame. The Yankees finally got 100% capacity and they still can't fill the building because there's no juice. Nobody wants to come to the game to see this product. There's no way. Even if I could get $4 tickets, they don't want to go to the stadium. Why? Because I don't want to invest freaking 4 hours into this slop of shit. I don't want to do that. It makes no sense. That's why I said, they're going to finally do giveaways in August. Okay, that's fine. You're going to go ahead and do all these giveaways, and you're going to have so many left over. You're going to be in the train station still trying to give them out to the bums that are out there because you're still not going to fill up the stadium. So the first 10,000, the first 20,000 fans, we're going to give out a bobblehead. Good luck getting 20,000 in there if you play like this. Good luck.
Bro, they're going to go for the bobblehead and leave like after the third inning and shit.
Chris, you got a swag champ?
If they know, hell fucking no, I got no swag champ for these motherfuckers. Fuck out of here with that, man. No swag champ, no music. Even if we start winning, you're probably not gonna hear any music, man. It's too inconsistent.
You gotta show us show us some consistency, please. Win a couple of series in a row. Beat some really good teams. You're coming up against the Angels right now, who don't have any pitching except for Save Ohtani. They got Dylan Bundy too. And
no Trout.
Is Trout?
No Trout.
Trout's healthy?
No Trout.
No Trout.
No Trout.
No Trout. No
actually,
best player in the world.
Actually, there's no timetable for Trout's return. You better take at least 3.
No excuses.
At least at the minimum. 3.
No excuses. But
no excuses.
Yeah, guys, go ahead. Figure it out. You got 4 against the Angels right now in Yankee Stadium, and I don't know. But like I always say, make sure you guys keep your pinstripe strong. Say pinstripe strong.
Whoever listens to this shit,
they're
probably gonna leave more angry. Like, yeah, man. There's no hope. No fucking hope.
We're all here. All Yankee fans are right.
Let's go
where
Yankees. We here for the ups and we here for the downs. We ain't going nowhere, bro. I'll tell you that right now.
We ain't going nowhere, man. We bleed Yankee pinstripes, but goddamn, man, show us something, dude. Show us something.
Right. So yeah, keep your pinstripe strong, stay pinstripe strong, and let's go Yankees, all right? Peace.
No music. There's nothing. Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
They need to play this podcast on the flight home.
Facts.
That's what it's too, bro. And like even like listening to some of the reporters, at least some of the reporters, like who is it, Bob Clappish? Some of the reporters are starting to like ask them the hard questions, but they're doing it nicely. Like they asked Boone, like, did you think the guys weren't prepared to play today? It's basically like asking Boone, like, did you not have these guys ready to play today? And he's like, no, I think we were prepared. And it's like,
all right, guys. I'll see you guys later.
still on.
All right. No, I mean I was playing the music. You guys just couldn't hear it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I was like,
No,
no intro or outro.
I couldn't hear no music.
There was no intro.
Music.
No, there was no intro, but there was outro. So it's good, but
it was no problem. Well, the bright spots. Bro, man, listen, man. If they want to hear positive, go listen to Boom.
Wow, we got a lot of new subscribers on YouTube. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Yep. Wow, there's 150 people on YouTube right now.
Yeah, it was holding at about 150 for a good amount of time, and then Twitch had over 40, like 50. It was probably at one point there was 200 concurrent watchers live.
Almost at 10 G's on IG, almost at 10 G's on YouTube. I was
about to say, but what did Joe say? Be prepared for some Red Sox fans. They love Joe's. Like, I've been seeing
and mad Yankee fans and very, very mad Yankee fans as well.
Yeah, there was a lot, man. Making moves.
All right, I might do a gaming stream on Twitch tonight. So we'll do that, and then if you guys want to talk some more, I'll see what game I'll play. I don't even know. I did put my end of game reaction on Twitter, Elizabeth. But I will see you guys.
Peace out, my G's.
Make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube and also follow on Twitter as well. All right. See you guys later. Peace. Deuces. It wasn't uploading, that's why. It's uploading right now. I closed the app so I could do the podcast, and I forgot it didn't fully upload. Oh, shit.